All right, Julie, thank you very much. To the campaign trail now. If you have a TV, you've probably seen more campaign ads than you've ever wanted to, and there's still 2.5 months before Election Day. Now, sure, some of the ads are repetitive, but are they honest? And are they effective on the undecided portion of the voting public? Joining us now is Stephen Dennis, White House correspondent at Roll Call. The staff there is monitoring both local and national political ads throughout this campaign season, and you are among the staffers who are watching these ads. Sure. Thanks for coming in to talk about this. First thing that I want to ask is the question that we raised there. You know, really, I think the campaigns are appealing to the undecided voters at this point, the independent voters. Can these ads be effective in swaying people one way or another?
Well, one thing that's been true for years now is that negative campaign ads work. They drive up the opponent's negative, and what they try to do is take, you know, they all try to have a kernel of truth or substance at their core and turn it into popcorn. And that's what they're trying to do. But a lot of times what you see is, in order to get that big emotional response that you're looking for, a negative emotional response, you have to distort. You have to make it seem like the other guy is a real villain. And, you know, the truth is often less exciting, you know, so they have to, you know, it's sort of like, you know, the movie version of a boring documentary. Sure. Right. And so
they spice it up.
Right. Now, there's one thing is spicing it up, another thing is making it something that it's not. Right. And that's something that, you know, it's good to take a look at these ads and decide, okay, well, what's the real truth behind them? Then
let's jump right in. We've got 4 that we're going to try to take a look at. The first one is an ad from the Obama campaign, and this one is about Mitt Romney's taxes. Let's take a look at a little bit of it.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Was there ever any year when you paid lower than the 13.9%?
Well, I haven't calculated that. I'm happy to go back and look.
Did Romney pay 10% in taxes? 5%? 0? We don't know. But we do know that Romney personally approved over $70 million in fictional losses to the IRS as part of the notorious Son of Boss tax scandal, one of the largest tax avoidance schemes in history. Isn't it time for Romney to come clean?
I'm Barack Obama.
All right, so that's one of the ads. How is this ad? I'm not so interested in effectiveness, but in truthfulness.
Well, we don't know what Romney paid in taxes before 2010, and he says that he's not going to tell us. And that's something that's been a problem for the Romney campaign. It's hard for them to explain why his father released 12 years of tax returns and said that you should release tax returns when you're running for president, or else you might have something to hide. And then his son says, okay, I'm only going to release 2 years, and that's enough. Now, he says that he paid taxes every year, but if you don't have the returns, you know, it's an opening for the Obama campaign. I expect to see a lot more of this. You're probably going to see more based on Paul Ryan's pick, since Paul Ryan actually, you know, we calculated would have, under his roadmap plan, given Romney a 1% tax rate. So, you know, you're going to see more hits on this tax issue until either Romney changes his mind on those tax returns or not. Now, as far as the $70 million charge, that actually has a local connection because it's a Bloomberg story about Marriott. Right. And Romney served as the chairman of the audit committee. When this tax break was taken advantage of, the IRS basically disallowed it and said it was a tax avoidance scheme. And, you know, it plays into, for the Obama campaign, this whole issue of fairness. That's what they're really trying to base this campaign on, not about the economy, not about the unemployment rate. It's, is this guy going to have your interests at heart? Is he going to be working for the middle class, or is he going to be working to enrich himself and his friends?
I want to get to one of the other ads, and I want to ask our control room, can we skip to the Romney Be Not Afraid ad, or are we not able to do that? Okay, let's go to that ad. This is one, it's called Be Not Afraid. Let's take a look at this one.
Religion. Forcing religious institutions to go against their faith. Mitt Romney believes that's wrong.
In 1979, a son of Poland, Pope John Paul II, spoke words that would bring down an empire. Be not afraid.
When religious freedom is threatened, who do you want to stand with?
I'm Mitt Romney, and I approve this message.
All right, that's an interesting ad there and an interesting angle to go after the president on. What do you think about this one?
I think this is a more powerful ad because there is some substance here. You're talking about the health care insurance mandate on contraception, which the Catholic bishops are adamantly opposed to, and you have folks saying, look, this is a violation of freedom of religion, that I don't want to have to pay for somebody else's birth control if I don't believe that birth control is okay. And so that's more of a real debate about real policies. Should insurance companies have to cover birth control or not? Now, the Obama campaign runs ads saying, hey, I'm giving you this benefit. Romney runs on not saying, hey, I'm going to take away your birth control. His ad says, I'm going to give you religious freedom. So those are more, sort of, here's a different philosophy that we're trying to go one way or the other.
I had two other ads. We're out of time, unfortunately, but we are going to do this throughout the season so that we can examine some of these ads more closely, and obviously you all are doing that at Roll Call as well. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you here once again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. Right now it's 7:40.